Hello guys, welcome to my stream. So we're gonna start building a city and I'm gonna play on normal because I have some nuts. I'm gonna choose a custom map because there's a lot of maps that have too much infrastructure and I hate it. But I could do this one, which is pretty interesting. And I can figure out where shall I place the the downtown area, the core area. So I'm gonna try to make a really realistic city, which it requires some patience and a lot of slacking at the beginning. So I'm gonna name this city Vermin Land. A lot of vermins live here. So I'm gonna unlock everything because I don't want to start with just houses, no highways. But I'm gonna really disable the unlimited money because that's a little bit, a little fruity. So, okay, all the settings are right. They look good. I'm gonna start the game. So it's gonna load a little bit, but there's not that much going on in the map, hopefully. Check real quick on the OBS. Okay, awesome. Okay, everything scales. Not really. It should scale, but it's not really scaling, so I'm just awesome. Now it's scaled. So I see that here is the center part, which is perfect. Really interesting. For now, what I'm gonna do is build a really cheap ass road. It's important to start cheap so you could have some money for your city. Awesome. And then on this other side, let me check on the pollution, right? It's important to look awesome. So around here, I can add some industry, can plan for industry. And around here, it could be probably the downtown area. So let's see what we can do. I could just add a road here. And for power, I'm gonna start with coal, but I'm gonna start with a small coal power plant because it's an aberration to start with a nuclear power plant when you have not that much money. So we got this going on. Now we gotta find a source of water. I believe this is crazy. I mean, not too crazy. I could see a lake here because pumping water out of the ocean looks a little bit disorienting. But let's see if I could add something around here. This looks fair, actually. Not too far away from this connection, so I'm gonna add a little bit, a little bit of connection here. Something, let's see. I could just, awesome. And then start with this section of the lake. So I'm gonna add the big water pump. And the outlet should be close to industry. It would make sense. So I'll place the outlet right here. And to make things simple, I gotta place a transformer station around here, close to the highway, and make these underground. Let's see how much. Oh, it's twice as expensive almost. Yeah, I think it is, but I'll try to see. I just don't want to make a mess of cables later on. So now we got water pump, we got power. Now then we have to find some water treatment, but the water treatment I can place it around here. Oh, awesome. Really close to the ramp. So now we start with muddy roads. And when you have muddy roads, basically everything is cheaper, cash flow is lower, the cost from the cash flow. So I'm gonna start figuring out where shall I place the main road. Let's see if I could choose a medium one. Awesome. So here we got the main boulevard. I'm gonna start with this stretch, and I'm gonna unpause it right now because if I develop too much, there's gonna be a traffic hell. You don't want to deal with that. So let's see what type of roads. I'm just gonna use this one. Okay, the levels are okay. This is perfect. Now I gotta add another boulevard here. I'll try to not make the blocks obnoxiously large because I don't want a lot of, huge block buildings. I just want more like diverse buildings within a smaller radius. Within a smaller radius, you can make extremely detailed towns, but when you have huge blocks, if you do this, this is a really, really newbie way to do it. It's actually good if you want to make like an industrial park and put like, let's say one ways, and then replace, let's say the vertical roads as two ways, so there won't be any traffic mess with it. So I think I gotta replace these with four laners. I placed the 6 laners by accident. Excuse me. So okay, now we got main roads, 2 main boulevards. I'm gonna make it straight. And now we're gonna make one-way blocks. I think this should work. Maybe it's not up to MUTCD standards, but we'll do something. And now it's time to add some houses. But since it's a city, I don't want to make it into like another Floridian city. In Florida, most cities are just pop in like three dense buildings, 1 mixed building, and then the rest is just single family homes. I'm gonna avoid that around here. But it's a good way to start is to use these northeast mixed housing buildings, but I'm not gonna apply it to the whole block. I'm just gonna put it on the corners here. Okay, so there's something wrong going on, and it's definitely the lack of connection. So I'm just gonna add a pipe here, And now I think everything's gonna work as expected. Okay, excellent. Now I'm gonna add some row buildings. And this way, I think I'm gonna stick to the northeast layout here. So I'm gonna add some of the pockets here, just houses. You don't want to place a lot of commercial, because then it's gonna be a lot of competition. I strongly discourage you to do the northeast low density business, because generally the game by default will assign a gas station, and it doesn't make sense. You're gonna have those buildings without driveways, nothing like that, and it will automatically open a gas station, which is pretty inappropriate. So I'm gonna start adding the civics buildings, which is important. Let's see if I could make this okay. So it's three blocks. I'm just gonna place it here, and then fire. For fire, I could just place it here, and then add. Let's see. I could add a downtown buildings. Those little, the mixed old style buildings. I'm gonna place one here. So now you have a little hamlet here going on. And now we're gonna face another challenge, and that challenge will be education. I have this mod installed that increases the density of the schools, so you don't have to place a school every single block for a large city. In this case, I'm gonna try to place this one, or maybe use the Eastern European Elementary and leave it here. And I'm definitely gonna be expanding it, because it's really important to, have education so that the citizens could then do some white collar jobs. You don't want a whole city consisting of blue collar workers, and then you have to place a lot of factory buildings right next to the city core, increasing traffic because it's a traffic hog. So now I gotta find Eastern European School. Awesome. I'm gonna place it here, and now I'm gonna extend this and annex this. Awesome. So here now we have the education available for the citizens. I'm gonna start speeding up the simulation so that people could start moving in. Let me check here real quick. So okay, they enter from here. Okay, they're coming up. It will take some time, but I'll be patient with this. Now we got these buildings. We got some commercial. Now we have to, expand and add more houses. I'm gonna choose the row ones, the standard row ones, so that there's more housing here. And then here, there's some demand for office right now. I would like to use the northeast ones. So northeast, it can't get any larger. Usually it won't be larger than 3x3. So I could just place, let's see. Because downtown, this is the core area here. So I'm gonna check this out. Awesome, we got a building here. And now we gotta add a park. But I gotta figure out which one I'll choose. I could just do this, bam bam. Now we got 2 parks here, so the office workers could have their coffee, so they can do their little white collar jobs. And there's still some more demand going up. but also there's a need for industry. For now, I'm just gonna do a section here with an actual road, not the muddy roads. Just make it this way. Let's see, I can just scale it here. For this one, I'm gonna maximize the block space for industry. I don't like the sunken area here. It's gonna make the blocks more wobbly. So I guess I gotta remove this. Let's see. I'm gonna flatten this up. Awesome. Now I'm gonna make sure that everything is in order. I don't like where this is going right now, so I'm just gonna demolish, and add whatever. It's not gonna matter that much. So this looks bad. I'm just gonna try to make it look a little better later. One thing is missing right now, and it's the medical. We need some medical going on, so I'm just gonna place it next to the schools, or a little bit, because you know, in America, most cities they have the college town, the college part of the city, then next to it is the medical part of the city, and then the rest is single family homes. So for this, I just place this building right here, because it's like not the main hospital, it's just a hospital, but not the hospital from medical center. So now we got some economic activity going on. We have a lot of expenses, so that implies we gotta keep developing a little bit more of the city. So I'm gonna add more office space. And then okay, this looks fair. This looks fair. Okay, now this looks pretty balanced. Now I'm gonna add is more commercial, because there's some demand for it. I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna de-zone this. Excellent. Now we got some commercial mixed use, second story houses, and we see the demand of office space shrinking, which is good news. I'm gonna add mixed use office here. It's not enabled by default in this game, but you know, mods are necessary for this game to be playable, because honestly, the game by itself can be unplayable to the point where it gets obnoxious and you start hating the game. So now we have some economic activity going on, and now there's a need for industry. There's a mod that uses light industrial, which is, you know, not the... There's heavy and light. So for now, I'm gonna do light. Let's see if I could add another block, another street here. Awesome. Now we got this, and we gotta turn these into one ways. And And then add a road here. There's the no street markings road, which is great for suburbs and also industry. Okay, I'm just gonna place this here. Then add some heavy here. Excellent. Now we got, eventually we're gonna get some employment. We got 14% of unemployment, which is okay at this stage of the game. And now we need more taxpayers. And getting more taxpayers implies more housing space. So let's see if I could add some row houses here. And then here, I won't make it entirely residential because it's gonna turn into a suburb. You don't want that. This is a problem. I could just fix it with a pathway. Okay, this looks fair. Now I gotta add a park here or something. Let's see if we could triplet park? Nope. No, this is too much. I don't remember the dimensions. So it makes sense to put a little playground next to the schools, right? So you don't want to make this city extremely, too like kiddie friendly. Because then it will be a Floridian city, and you want to avoid that. You don't want this city to end up as a Florida, typically Floridian city. Okay, this is great. I'm gonna add some row houses. Now we're gonna try to see if density could serve the city a little bit. Is this correct? Yeah. Awesome. I'm gonna lock this. And then add more row houses. Add some commerce here. Just do this. Excellent. Add a park. Oh, this fits perfectly. Okay, I'm just gonna add some more office space. Excellent. This looks great. Just demolish this and add. I don't like this. I gotta. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but I could just... issue with this is generally when you have the same dimensions in zoning, it will have the exact same building, but since these look a little bit generic, it's also good news that it also has a different color for it. It gets free color up on the spot. I know there's a mod for that, but I don't really use it. So I'm just gonna do this. Great, now we got basically a main strip for it. So that we're pretty far off on the budget, which is potentially concerning at this stage of the game. So let's see if we can expand industry around here. Now we're facing a trash problem, which is fair, since I haven't spawned any recycling center. And I always try my best to avoid any, any type of... Oh, I gotta connect this real quick. Landfills do suck. It makes the city look uglier, and it's unnecessary because generally landfills are pretty far off from the city in general in the United States. Just gonna place this right here. Shall I really connect this a little bit? Yeah, I'm just gonna try to do this. Force it to the ground. Now this looks a little bit reasonable for now. So demand for industry has decreased, which is good news. Now there's more office. I could just place an office building here. One of these ones. Ooh, that looks nice. We're gonna add some commerce. Let's see if it spawns a gas station. Oh wow, there's food. I'm surprised. Maybe the glitch is not true. Maybe my other cities were a little too fucked up. We need more schools. I'm gonna try to see if this fits here. If the math is done right. Of course it does. For high school, I always try to place the elementary and high schools right next to each other. I don't care if the I don't care if they're close to each other. It makes logical sense to have like an educational sector of the city. I'll make this one way. So I added a block of just mixed use like this, and the good thing about this building type, building style I mean, is it's all about the size of the lots. Now I think we gotta expand a little bit around here. Not too close to this coast. I'm trying to see if I could build a park, a little custom park around here. Let's see. So, should I make the block a little larger? Why not? It would be nice. Awesome. Now we can start, making the city less country-like. But now we can also add some larger buildings. And these buildings, they cost a lot of money. Do they? No, they don't. No, they don't. But I'm not gonna place this exaggeration of a building. So I'm gonna, this fits perfectly here. Now I can place some more interesting buildings for now, but not too much. Okay, the green bar is going a little up, which is good news. But I also have to increase the taxes, unfortunately. Residential, commercial, industrial 12, so that, there's more. I don't care if people are moving out because I increase the taxes a little bit too much. I think this is fair for now. Yep. Now I started to see the budget going to the green zone. Now I have to. Part of this game is when you're playing with, because if you play with unlimited money, you're not gonna care about the timing. But there's money running out currently, and I know that not most of the buildings are fully populated, which is good news. That means, as of this, eventually it could get to the green zone when it comes to the cash flow for the city. But now, I'm gonna add more. I could do some commercial, but not too close to this building. So I'm gonna place it here. Looks nice. Looks nice and dandy. And also, I'm gonna add some row buildings because why not? And I could also add a little bit of an alleyway. And add another building. Think about another large residential around here. Great. And then add some mixed use. And I could start using these kind of buildings. Okay, this looks good. This looks great. I'm gonna. Hopefully, these buildings will level up as fast as possible. Make this more residential down here, close to the park, which is potentially necessary. I see a lot of parking spaces about to be taken up by the citizens. So that means I gotta add a parking building, which is great because most American cities, they do indeed have, you know, exception New York City does not have those buildings all over the place. Maybe in the outer boroughs, but I know Chicago within the core, they do possess some parking buildings. I'm gonna try to place it as far away from these row buildings because they can make some noise. And in here, I could just, you know, add medium office buildings, which is basically the large commercial buildings, but in office, as office buildings, not, you know. So now I gotta add, let's see, should I place a parking spot here? Excellent. Excellent. Now I'm gonna, let's see. Okay, now we add another condo. And now, look at the size of this. I think a northeastern building, mixed use, could fit in there perfectly. Yup. So now this looks starting to look like a whole city. And now, I should leave some space for this highway, because most American cities, they have an interstate right next to downtown. Why is this having garbage issues? Oh yeah, I forgot the recycling building. I could just place it here. Bam. Okay, now we're not gonna face with garbage issues, only traffic here, cause duh, it's the end of the highway. What can I do here? I'm gonna add a parking building. But it's taking up some space. Should I add a unique building? No, it's too big. Too big. It does not fit. And this is a corner building. There's a lot of unemployment going on, which is unfortunate. That means I could add some commercial. I could just use the European skyscraper layout. Okay, this looks fair. I'm gonna add a little park here, because, you know, it's not really some place that you could just, you know, I wouldn't put a building on an alleyway. It's not a good look. Okay, this looks good. Now we go and form this block here. Could do an SM road here. Ugh. This is starting to look a little bit ugly, but it can be fixed. gonna demolish these ends. Buildings are leveling up. Maybe it's because of the mod. It's not because I'm good at building cities. Okay, so there's a need for more high schools. I could place it next to the lake, next to industry. Make it like a little model school here. Okay, now this layout's starting to look decent. We need to fill up some space here, but I'm gonna add a park in this corner here. I like playgrounds. I like plazas in my city because having too much playgrounds, it's just, I don't know, weird. I'm gonna change the region to US and put these row buildings, and now use these buildings. Okay, I think there's a spot here for. Is it castrated? I think it is. No pedestrian access. Why? How so? Awesome. Moving it a little bit fixes it up. It's the lot from here. So I guess I gotta remove it. And also, yeah, this is part of the building, those trees. Maybe I could just use the dropper tool and select one of those 1x2. One of those 1x2s. So this can be fixed by just adding more commercial here. Awesome. Now this fits. This fits indeed. I'm gonna add. Okay, this looks fine. Now I gotta add. What should I add next? Let's see what's the demand for education. So we're on the green side for elementaries and high schools, which is great. College, there's a need for college, and it's great to have college early on, but it costs some money at this stage. I know I'm supposed to start at 1 million, but I unlocked everything because I don't want to be paying for lots, okay? I'm not going to annex like that. Many cities tell that to the developers of Calgary, Canada or something. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Not for me, at least. Not for me. But, okay. Let's see what can I do with these blocks. Maybe make it just wholly residential, or how's the employment? 28.2%. This is terrible. This is really terrible. I know this is not a good space. What I'm gonna do is castrate nature a little bit. So I guess the only option just, you know, fuck this water. We need some water anyway. We got the lake. You know, a full-blown Bostonian move. In Boston, we make land. Okay, now we got more space to expand the industry sector here. Yeah, I think this song is an old version of the one that I actually published, but whatever, I don't care. Just here building a city. I don't care if the blocks don't align. It is what it is. The mixing is so terrible in this song. Oh my, I'm just gonna skip it. You know what? No, just listen to this old version while I'm just figuring it out. Figuring out how to fix up the budget. Oh no, this is bad. At least there's no demand for industry, so citizens can't really complain now. Now I gotta add maybe some mixed use. Okay, now we got this block here. And now I'm just gonna add a little alleyway here. And add some row buildings here. And I want them to have, you know, some patio for the first stories. I don't know why is this like 2x3. 1x3, I mean. So we got this. Awesome. Awesome. It's all matching up. Great. Added some office space that has their own, you know, that possess their own parking lots. You know, they need to have their own spaces. How about here? What if I just gotta wait to expand this. But I know for a fact that I'm gonna close this off. So there's no more roads to this direction. I'm just gonna close it in here. Okay, so now I'm gonna add more. There's gonna be a need. There's definitely gonna be some need for housing projects. So I should place it close to the highway. This is, you know, hey, they don't pay that much rent. Just add a block here. Oh, this is great. I can just do this. So now there's low rent housing, which is great. You know, cities do need this. Do need these. Sorry for my shitty English. So, just gonna place another high rise here. I'm gonna let this one level up. And then add row house building here. So now we're gonna not add too much mixed use. We're gonna isolate the zoning. I don't like this. I gotta. I think this works. Yep, it works. Awesome. I should add a little part here. Let's see, maybe I could add the highway, extend it to this section, this hilly section here. I think there's a need for, I think we gotta start, we gotta start lowering the density now. Cause, you know, cities, American cities, it's like a staircase that goes up and then goes down. That's how a typical American skyline looks like. And then you're gonna surround it with a highway or interstate ring, and then just single family homes. Or, you know, those huge buildings that, you know, really horizontal, that takes a lot of space, but it's like 3 stories high, parking lots, parking lots, parking lots. And I'm not talking about these, I'm talking about, you know, the single, you know, when you go to Detroit and you see a lot of parking lots, it's because, and the reason for those parking lots, it's because most of those buildings were demolished. So, hey, let's do better land usage. And what did they do? Just, you know, add some asphalt in some spots, call it some useful space. And that's called a parking lot. A level parking lot. So, I think if I place a building, something, so there's no demand for, there's more demand for housing, but it doesn't fit in these blocks. And this is crazy. This is a billionaire's row building. I've seen it in New York. I don't care about the name, it's just the address. But I can just place it here. Awesome. Now the tallest building in this city is just it's just an apartment. So if people want to enjoy a view, tourists want to see this city, hey, I want to see the top. I want to be at the top of this building and look at the skyline. Nope, only for rich people. But that looks a little bit out of whack. So I'm just gonna put it away and let the zones do its own thing. Oh no, it disabled the zone. You know what? I'm gonna add. Awesome. Just added a little bit of an office building here. And now I think I gotta start adding some mixed uses, some mixed use buildings, but just place it here. And then add more row buildings two-way alleyway here. Then add a parking spot. Damn. I think moderate works. Yeah. That works. And then I should add... Okay, are we heading close to the shore? Maybe. Not really. Needs to be twice of it. I think I should add this. Give me a break. So I just restarted the music because I don't want to just hear the fan of my laptop doing something. And the reason I'm playing my own music is because I don't want any copyright strike on my channel. And maybe for other selfish reasons. I think this works if a little bit of commerce here. And this is why I hate these type of buildings, because there's not that much, dimensional diversity for these. So I guess what I can do, actually I could do this. Too big. That's what she said. So big. Okay, this looks fair. Fair enough. Now, I should add... Maybe I could just move this. Place it a little bit away. I think I should start adding, oh no, wrong building, wrong road. I think this works. I I can do is just add a road, one more road here, and make it a one-way. Add the SM road here. I could do a little bit of parking. That's fine. And then add some office space. I think that's all for the medium density. I think that's all for the medium density. Yeah, I think I did all of it. Now it's time to add just single family homes and parking lots. I'm just gonna add this here. No, I think I should use this one, yeah. I think mail works, but it's super expensive. Should I add a college? Place it here? Or is that too crazy? How much does it cost? Damn. Okay, I think this is reasonable. There's some demand for college. Just place it here. Maybe I shouldn't yet. Oh, and unemployment is still skyrocketing. I don't think it's a good idea right now to just use a smaller French college. Okay, I think that could work. Okay, I guess that's gonna work. Let's see how's the budget doing. We're pretty close. We're getting a little close. And what I'm gonna do is just add more medium density here. Okay, this is starting to look nice. What's the need for its citizens? Spacious homes, high taxes, we'll deal with it. No internet. Woo. There's no internet. Yeah, they're still living in the dark ages. And that's crucial. So before I get under a milli, I definitely have to see how much a server costs. Okay, that's fair. Actually, no. You just place it here. It's kind of like industrial. And add not a radio mast, but a telecom tower. I'll definitely place it not close to, yeah, just right next to the server. And there's a demand for hospitals apparently. Let me check the water status. So treatment in water is up to par. Now I have to yeah, maybe there's some traffic going on, which is not bad. Yeah, this ain't horrible. This is pretty fair. You know, this will be, you know, fixed up. There won't be any more traffic once I complete this highway. I just need to ensure that I'm able to, to get this running. So there's a need for more elementary schools, which is unfortunate. It's a drain of money. What I'm gonna do is increase the budget for services. For education, yes, I gotta definitely increase this. Decrease this a bit. Decrease this a bit indeed. A lot of people are getting sick right now. Water. Got a service fee, a little increase. Puerto Rican way to do it. Police. Fine. Just make this a little dangerous city, a little gritty city. Garbo, electricity. Let's see how's electricity doing. Oh my! I can't really cheap up on electricity. So I guess this is it for the stream, cause I really, I think I'm gonna be asking for a loan. Interest rate is 0. What? Oh, that's crazy. I won't ask for a loan right now. Not yet. Not yet. And unemployment is terrible. Maybe I I think because when you have max tiles at the beginning of the game, there's definitely gonna be some upkeep costs for that. So, gotta figure something out before things do get ugly. Maybe for the next stream, I should start developing suburbia.
but that's also not that cost effective. And it needs more jobs, but I don't know what happens. I don't know what's going on with industry. Let me check here for the company profit. So there's some commerce going on. Oh my. Companies are actually struggling. Maybe if I do decrease the taxes for industrial and for commercial, there'll be more taxpayers. But now, yeah, the bar is super high. And there's a lot of, monthly costs for the lots. Maybe the lots. I gotta read about this honestly, but I don't know. Thanks for watching. Just trying to play this game with no unlimited money, and I realize everything can get too expensive too quick, and it can be a little problematic. But yeah, I'm gonna finish the stream here, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back some other day and continue on this city.